بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. Inshallah ta'ala, in this session we will talk about some rulings of Ramadan rulings pertaining women's issue, or our sisters, that they go through some issues that pertains only to them. The most frequent question comes about sisters and women who end up breaking days of Ramadan because of their pregnancy or because of nursing a child, breastfeeding that infant. And what's the rulings on these mess days? So to make it inshallah ta'ala short, we would say that it's really three opinions with this. The first opinion is that if a woman is pregnant or breastfeeding, but mashallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed her with a strong health, and she's not really fearing any issues for her health or for her child's health. So the ruling on that women is that for her not to break the fast, and she should observe the days of Ramadan and fast them, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward her for what she's going through and the difficulties and the hardship that she's going through, as long as she's able to sustain it, mashallah. Now the other ruling is, what if she's going through some hardship and she needs to break the days of Ramadan, the fast of the days of Ramadan? And the ruling on that is that she is allowed, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave her the rukhsa, or the concession, or the permission to break and to miss those days, to break those days. And the ruling on it is, later on she needs to make up those days. That's the most cautious opinion, and that's what the majority of scholars have ruled for. And that is that she needs to make up those days later on. That's the easiest way out, inshallah ta'ala. Second opinion on how to make up for those days that she missed is that the second opinion says that she needs to pay the fidya for missed days that she did not fast, and also make up those days later on. So now she's obligated to do two things. You know, the second she broke those days and she missed those days, she would pay the fidya on those days, and then later on she would fast those days. A third opinion says that she only needs to pay the fidya and that's it. She pays fidya and she does not have to make up those days later on. But the most cautious opinion is really that she physically would make up those days, and that inshallah ta'ala should be sufficient. Now, to feel comfortable, and if a person is financially able and they want to do the kafara or fidya, and they pay ahead of time, and then later on she would make up those days, alhamdulillah, that would be the best format, as it really takes all the opinions and it's more cautious. But if a person is financially not able, then making up the days later on is sufficient enough, insha'Allah. Jazakumullahu khairan wa barakallahu fikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.